So Mark does know how to preview.
I found out today.
Yeah, you damn right.
Seem worth investigating.
Hey, yo, subscribe to that shit and watch it, man. Subscribe, bro.
No.
Subscribe to our shit, nigga.
No, I'm not subscribing.
Nigga, subscribe to your shit, nigga.
I didn't ask you to.
No, actually,
Imagine
you made
me
fun.
outside begging.
You made fun of niggas.
Sub.
Please. You made fun of niggas not subscribing.
And I did sub to your shit when violence. Ice.
Violence.
I did sub to your shit when violence was going on.
Like the color purple?
And that's violence too. Actually.
Not at all, man. It was. But
You chose violence.
That was Mark knows violence.
You chose violence.
I didn't choose violence.
At the wedding,
Brian McKnight chose violence.
No, you chose violence.
Why, did he shoot back so you had to up the ante?
So I got to go grab your family?
I know people will think that this was about pettiness or...
Nah, you doubled down.
No, this was not about pettiness at all. This is pure greed. I really wanted the money. No, I'm kidding. After so Brian McKnight did what he did. I responded here, and to me, it was kind of over.
Yeah.
But I was given the opportunity to interview...
To kick a horse, right? Kick a horse while he's down.
No, I mean, if somebody reaches out and says, hey, the family wants to be able to tell their side, I want to be able to give...
He's a journalist, y'all.
Yeah, as a journalist, I feel like it's important.
Hey, Mark, take that shit to Angela
Right,
Rye.
nigga, fuck outta here.
Take that shit.
I'm serious.
Take that shit to the native
You
land.
gave a nigga a warning and said, yo, if you...
I've interviewed them multiple times.
Yeah.
Don't make me start.
But this is probably why he asked that question earlier about 50 and his intention.
Is it violent?
Because of you.
Not at all.
You did the math.
Yeah.
This is the thing. The shit that I told the shit that I told Brian McKnight I wouldn't say in public, I didn't say in public, and they didn't say in public in the interview. There's so much shit that Brian McKnight has said and done according to them.
Which one?
Both. But the senior is the one that we really need to talk about. And they did an interview. It was an hour and a half. Great conversation. But for me, the point was healing. I wanted to be able to create a space for them to share their pain.
Hey, big dog.
Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Mark,
you ain't even got to...
No, I'm serious.
I'm serious.
It's us.
There's people watching. And I
Let
want
them
them
get
to
it.
But the
get shit
people
off.
that are watching you here from
Already
here,
know.
They kind of get a good idea.
I think when y'all see it, you're going to be very surprised. It's a good healing interview. They were very happy with it at the end.
I didn't know you was a chiropractor. I didn't know you're a doctor. I didn't know your doctor was in healing. I didn't know you was a...
Yes, I want people to be able to talk and grow and heal. And they did. And I think it was a good conversation. They broke down a lot of shit. They refuted some of the stuff he said in his interview.
Why you ain't put it on YouTube?
It'll be on YouTube. I like to give early access to my Patreon followers.
Samesies.
That's what I learned from you.
Samesies.
So it will. I didn't necessarily want to say that because that makes people more likely to wait.
I know they curse me out every time I do it.
But yeah, but early access. But I want everybody to eventually be able to see it. But for the foreseeable future, yeah, they should go to Patreon, support it.
But what do you say to the people that say that, like Brian McKnight Senior said that he was open to come have a conversation and / debate with you directly?
We should. But that doesn't mean that his family doesn't have a right to have a platform and to be able to speak back to what they've already said. Because Brian can't do all the talking. Brian should be able to do as many interviews as he wants, but his family has a right to speak out. And they've been quiet. And so BJ, Brian Jr.
Which one?
the OG Jr.
Got it.
And
Junior
Julie
first.
McKnight, his ex-wife, they wanted to be able to speak back to some of the things that were being said about them, and they wanted a safe place to do it. One of the things they said was they respected my platform and my history of giving fair interviews, and so that's why they chose to allow me to do it.
Would
You
you try
got
to
to blow
broker?
your nose? You got something in your nose?
You good?
Yo,
good, Lord?
Would you try to broker a sit down?
You do this thing with your nose when
We talking bullshit.
Just tell.
You need some tissue?
I dream of Genie.
What's good, people? It's your boy The Kitchen. Now, what you just heard there was a brand new clip from the latest episode of the JBP, and it looks like Joe has made it known that he is not rocking with what Marc just did. So he gets straight into it, and he questions why Marc Lamont Hill would contact Brian McKnight's children, well, not children, child and ex-wife, and do an interview. Now, if you guys have been under a rock, Marc Lamont Hill was called out by Brian McKnight in an interview just over a week ago, and he would go on to say the following.
But who's that Mark, the guy, the political
Marc
guy?
Lamont Hill.
Let me tell you something. I'd destroy that dude.
Yeah.
I would destroy him. Not physically, but
No,
in
I
a
understand
debate.
what you're saying.
Because you don't even know me. But you call
Right.
me an asshole?
Yeah. Well, I look at Marc Lamont Hill. There's this segment of people that are what I like to call, they like to champion themselves as intellectuals, right? And that they truly believe that they're smarter than everybody else. But I don't really believe that because I never see the results.
Right.
It never translates, right? So
I see people hand him I see people handing him his ass all the time.
yeah, it's easy.
So after that interview goes out and Mark hears of this interview, he then gets on the JBP and does this performative rant about Brian McKnight, his children, and he would also threaten them by saying, listen, I speak with your ex-wife and children, and they tell me things that you have done that the public do not know about, and if they were to find out, it would make you look 100 times worse than you already do. So if you don't want me to reveal those things, I think it's best we just leave it right here, brother. That's what he said, brother. And then after that rant, you heard nothing from Brian McKnight. So everybody just thought, hey, this was just one of Mark's rants. Brian McKnight doesn't really care to speak to Mark anyway, so we all just figured it was left there. Then, a few days later, Marc Lamont Hill reveals on his Patreon that he's done an exclusive interview with Brian McKnight's ex-wife and son.
Peace, family. This is your brother, Marc Lamont Hill. I know you've heard all the Brian McKnight rumors and gossip and innuendo. Well, now it's time to get the real story. Join me on my official Patreon channel for an exclusive interview with his ex-wife, Julie McKnight, and his oldest son, Brian McKnight Jr., only on Marc Lamont Hill official Patreon.
Which is corny to me. A lot of people championed it, but that's because they're JBP fans. They don't really care. They champion anything that Mark does, but I'm objective and I don't like this. This is corny to me. This is clout chasey to me, and I've said this various times. I don't like this move. And like I said, it looks like his co-hosts don't like this move either, because Joe, in fact, confronted him. Not even just Joe, Parks and Ice. They remember Mark saying, yo, I thought you said you're gonna leave it alone. Brian McKnight didn't say anything. So why would you go out of your way to interview his ex-wife and child? It just doesn't make sense to me. But it looks like Joe and the crew don't like this move by Marc Lamont Hill. And this may be the first, I think this might be the first time where the gang don't agree with Mark. Except for Ish, because Ish, he was just laughing through the whole thing. Same with Flip a little bit, but it seems like the rest don't like the move. Especially Joe, because Flip even asked, yo, Joe, why don't you subscribe to his Patreon to watch the interview? And Joe's like, no, he took it too far. Once you bring the kids into it, you just take it too far. And I agree with Joe in this one, but how do you guys feel about this? Do you guys feel like the tide is turning on Mark? Do you guys feel like people are finally starting to see Mark's true colors? Do you feel like the excuse as to why Mark interviewed Brian's ex-wife and son is viable? Do you guys in fact feel like Mark did reach out to them so they can have a candid conversation and provide them a space where they can be vulnerable and bare their all? Or did Mark do this to be messy? Like, he did this to be messy. This is a rhetorical question. Like, he did it to be messy, but he tried to frame it as something that is healing for their family. Like what are we doing here? But like I said, let me know how you guys feel in the comments. And until next time, it's your boy The Kitchen. Deuces.